Today I am reviewing the SANSUI 32-inch curved gaming monitor. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you're looking for a gaming monitor that delivers speed, immersion, and solid overall performance without completely destroying your budget, the SANSUI 32-inch curved 240Hz gaming monitor is honestly a surprisingly impressive option. After spending time with it, I can confidently say this monitor punches well above what most people would expect from the brand. First off, the size immediately stands out. A 32-inch display already feels huge on a desk, but when you combine that with the 1500R curve, it creates a much more immersive experience than a standard flat monitor. Whether you're playing competitive shooters, open-world RPGs, racing games, or even just watching content, the curve pulls you into the screen in a really natural way. It doesn't feel exaggerated or gimmicky. Instead, it helps wrap the visuals around your field of view, especially during longer gaming sessions. Now let's talk about the biggest selling point here, the 240Hz refresh rate. This is where the monitor really shines. If you've only used 60Hz or even 144Hz before, jumping to 240Hz feels incredibly smooth. Movement looks cleaner, aiming feels more responsive, and fast-paced games become noticeably more fluid. Games like Call of Duty, Valorant, Apex Legends, Fortnite, or CS2 all benefit massively from the higher refresh rate. Mouse movement feels instant, and tracking enemies becomes easier because there's less blur during motion. The 1 millisecond MPRT response time also helps reduce ghosting and motion trails. During intense gameplay, especially in competitive games where every frame matters, the monitor keeps up extremely well. Fast camera movements remain sharp, and overall responsiveness feels excellent. Pair that with FreeSync support, and gameplay becomes even smoother by reducing screen tearing and stuttering. That's a huge plus for gamers using AMD graphics cards, although NVIDIA users can still enjoy smooth performance depending on compatibility. What surprised me the most was how balanced the visual quality feels for a full HD display. At 1920 by 1080 resolution on a 32-inch panel, some people may worry about pixel density, but for gaming specifically, it still looks very enjoyable, especially when sitting at a normal distance. The colors are actually vibrant and lively thanks to the 125% sRGB color gamut. Games look colorful, cinematic scenes pop nicely, and even everyday browsing or media consumption feels pleasant. HDR support is another nice touch. Now, this isn't going to compete with ultra-premium HDR monitors that cost several times more, but it definitely adds extra depth and brightness in supported games and videos. Highlights appear brighter, darker scenes have better contrast, and overall visuals feel richer. Combined with the 3500:1 contrast ratio, blacks look deeper than what you'd typically expect from many budget gaming monitors. Brightness at 300 nits is perfectly usable for most indoor environments. Even during daytime use, the screen remains clear and easy to see. Viewing angles are also surprisingly good thanks to the 178-degree wide viewing angle support. Colors remain fairly consistent even when looking from the side, which is helpful if you're watching content with friends or using a multi-monitor setup. Another thing I appreciate is the eye comfort features. The anti-flicker technology and low blue light mode genuinely help during long gaming or work sessions. Eye strain feels reduced, especially late at night, and that makes a bigger difference than people often realize until they start using these features regularly. In terms of design, the monitor looks clean and modern. The metal stand gives it a more premium appearance and feels sturdier than the cheap plastic stands you often see in this price range. The tilt adjustment is simple but useful, allowing you to find a comfortable viewing angle easily. It's also VESA compatible, which is excellent if you want to mount it on a monitor arm or wall setup later on. Connectivity is another area where SANSUI did a good job. You get HDMI and DisplayPort 1.4 options, both capable of handling the full 240Hz refresh rate, which is important because some monitors limit refresh rates depending on the connection type. The inclusion of a DisplayPort cable right in the box is honestly appreciated too. It saves you from needing to buy an extra cable separately just to unlock the monitor's full performance. One thing buyers should know is that this monitor does not include built-in speakers. Personally, I don't see that as a huge downside because most monitor speakers sound weak anyway. Using a dedicated headset or external speakers will always provide a much better audio experience. Thankfully, there's still an earphone jack included for convenience. Overall, the SANSUI 32-inch curved 240Hz gaming monitor delivers a surprisingly strong package for gamers who want high refresh rate performance, immersive curved visuals, and smooth gameplay without spending premium flagship money. It combines speed, responsiveness, good color performance, solid contrast, and gamer-friendly features into one affordable setup. For competitive gamers, the 240Hz refresh rate alone makes this monitor worth considering. For casual gamers and content consumers, the large curved screen creates an enjoyable and immersive viewing experience. And for anyone building a gaming setup on a budget, this monitor offers features that usually appear on much more expensive displays. At the end of the day, this feels like one of those products that quietly over-delivers. It may not have the biggest brand recognition compared to some major gaming monitor companies, but in actual day-to-day use, it performs far better than many people would expect. If you want a fast, smooth, immersive gaming monitor with a large curved display and excellent value for the price, the SANSUI 32-inch 240Hz gaming monitor is absolutely worth checking out.